There we go. I don't know what was going on with it. What's good, guys? It's your boy Clan, the Spurs fan, once again. I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate everyone going to listen to my very first podcast as well. It's very, very, very much appreciated. So of course, we know what happened with Damari Carroll, and we all kind of predicted it. Even yesterday when we were talking about it, we kind of all agreed that yeah, dude probably isn't coming back. We knew that he was probably going to be gone. It was nothing. There's nothing we could do at that point. When you go out to the media like that and you start talking about little stuff like I wasn't gelling with the coach. I'm just looking for my next opportunity. I mean, the franchise is basically forced at that point. I mean, not forced, but they're in a position where they're like, yeah, we probably need to just go ahead and let you go. Now, earlier this season, because I know you're looking at the title of this video and you're like, what's the new Spurs rumor? Well, earlier this season, CG, and if you don't know who CG is, if you don't follow this channel like some of us, CG is actually a guy who has quite a few sources at ESPN. He has people that work there. He work under there to an extent, but for the most part, a lot of the sources that he get is people that work at ESPN, like insiders and all of that. And he just hears rumors, and when he hears a rumor, he puts it out there. Now, Spurs are very secretive, so most of the things that he get right is usually about other teams, but at the same time, just like any other rumor, you take it with a grain of salt, you keep pushing. But yeah, so early this season, CG said that the Spurs were looking into how do you say his name, man? Alexei Shved, signing Alexei Shved. I think that's how you say his name. I didn't know a lot about him. I looked him up, and I'm like, okay, he's a pretty good, 1-2 guard or whatever. But the most recent thing that he said, which he ended up sending something out today, literally maybe about 30 minutes ago. He ended up saying that the San Antonio Spurs, along with a few other teams, could possibly try to trade for Buddy Hield. And of course that would be in the offseason. But he said that Buddy Hield apparently isn't completely happy with where he's at right now with the Kings, and a few teams that were thrown out there that could possibly trade for him, and destinations that he apparently mentioned was the Mavericks, the Pelicans, the Grizzlies, and the San Antonio Spurs. So that's basically what he said. So if in fact, wait, can you guys hear me? Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, you can hear me? Okay. Marcus said you can hear me. I can. I can hear you clearly. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Some people were saying they couldn't hear me. But yeah, so basically, that's what's been said, or at least what CG's hearing, is that the San Antonio Spurs are one of the few teams that could possibly try to trade for Buddy Hield. Now, I think Buddy Hield is on pace to make, was it 22 million next season? He signed a pretty decent contract, so I think it's 22 million. And if that's the case, I think it's pretty guaranteed that you would have to trade DeRozan or LA if you wanted to get that guy just to clear up space. But honestly, yes, just hypothetically speaking, like I said, I always take these rumors with a grain of salt, but it's always fun to at least talk about, right? Hypothetically, let's say that the Spurs do go ahead and say, all right, we're going to try to trade for Buddy Hield. I personally think that is a great pickup. I've always liked Buddy Hield, but I think it'll be a really good pickup. Only because, well, not only because, but partly because technically he's a foreigner, and you know how we love our foreigners. And the guy seems like he's pretty he's pretty even keel. He seems like he has a pretty good personality, a good maturity level to him. He's very underrated in my opinion. I guess the Kings didn't really underrate him, paying him all that money, but yeah, he's a good shooter, good scorer, okay defender. So I'll be totally with it if they want to do that. Now, as far as this season, because talking about trades, I mean that's so far ahead. That's why I want to just take this with a grain of salt. That is so far ahead till it's like, why even talk about that at this point? I mean, the rumors just gonna be rumors. But at the same time, I look at the season right now, and as far as who we should pick up, who we should replace with that roster spot that's basically just been vacant for the last few weeks because DeMar Carroll hasn't been there. A couple names that come to mind for me will be Jamal Crawford. I think he's still available, and maybe possibly trying to bring back Jaren Blossom game. I can't remember what we traded him for. I think it was a pick. Maybe we traded Jaren Blossom game for a pick. But picking up Jaren Blossom game again, basically for a super discounted price. I don't think he's playing right now. I think that would be a pretty good pickup. It's like, damn, we got something from him. He was able to develop, for some time, and then we can get him right back. I think that would be a good deal. So, I mean, that's just a few names that come to my head as far as who we should pick up to fill up this spot. Or you could very well just say, screw it. Yes, not pick up anybody, and yes, just put, Keldon Johnson in that spot and let Keldon Johnson get some playing time. I mean, that could be a good fit as well. I don't think you necessarily have to go pick up a free agent at this point. I think it would be cool if you did, just say, screw it, let's go all out, put that boy in, So, but yeah, I don't know. Now my thoughts, I'm gonna give my thoughts really fast about the whole DeMar Carroll thing. I think it's very disappointing that it went down like this, but also not very surprising. I'm not surprised whatsoever with what happened with DeMar Carroll. I think DeMar Carroll was a player that could have helped us. I think he could have came in and did a little something, but hey, that's all hypotheticals because this season, if we're just being honest, when he actually did get his opportunity to play, he didn't play well with us. I mean, it just is what it is. It was a lot of forced shots, pretty good defense, but it was a lot of forced shots. And could he have gotten better? Could have gotten better? Yeah. I mean, it takes time to learn that offense, but it was a lot of forced shots. A lot of the things that we get on to DeJounte Murray, a young player, for, we were seeing it with DeMar Carroll, who's 33. So, I'm not too butthurt about it. I mean, it is what it is. I just want our team to get better. I just want them to fight. That's all I can ask for. Just fight. Just fight. Don't give up and lay down in the fourth. Just fight. Now, what was I going to mention? There was something I was going to... Oh, yes. I saw a comment. Now, I don't want to just call people out, right? But I saw a comment on Instagram. Oh, my God. Like, some people are the most dramatic Spurs fans I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it blows my mind how dramatic some of our fans are. The comment says something in the lines of Kawhi, what was it? He said when Kawhi Leonard dissed us or betrayed us or whatever, that Spurs fans went crazy. And he said, but now since Popovich is making mistakes or something, that we just let him have a pass and he need to get his old ass out of here and F him. And I'm like, you know what? Some people, I think you're using your opportunity to disagree with Pop. I think you disagree with Pop on other things. When you go that hard at Popovich to the point where you're calling him old and F him, and when you're going that far to that extent, I think that you disagree with Pop with other things. And I think y'all all know what I'm saying. I think that you disagree with Pop with other things that Pop have said, and you've been holding that in. and because you're winning, so you're just like, I'm excused. I ain't gonna say nothing right now. But as soon as Pop has some problems, as soon as he is struggling, now we just gonna throw him under the bus and say F him and he's old. And like, why would you do that? The only thing I can think of, the reason why you do that, is because of his disagreements with things that's probably political, that you disagree with. He's his own person. He has his opinion. Let him have his opinion. Why does that matter to you? Like, if you want to have your opinion, have your opinion. But why? Because this other human has a different opinion than you, that now what he does professionally, now you just want to throw him under the bus after everything he's done for the franchise. Like, get the hell out of here with that. And to even compare the Kawhi situation to what's going on with Pop and the DeMar Carroll thing, dude, the reason why we said screw Kawhi, I think was pretty good reason. I think the reason why we said screw Kawhi was because he made a decision to not be a part of the franchise anymore. He made a decision to not be part of what we had going on, to be part of the San Antonio Spurs. And even the way he addressed the fans, it was some BS. That whole I'm sorry, or no, not sorry, he wasn't sorry. He was saying thank you in that letter, thank you like 50 times, almost making fun of us. Like, that's the type of stuff that bothered us when it came to Kawhi. It's totally different. To even compare that to Pop, it's just dumb, man. It's just dumb. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's just ridiculous. So that's just my thoughts on it. I just feel like, you want to sit here and say these things. You want to sit here and go after Pop, talk trash about Popovich, which, yeah, we can criticize Pop, but then when you get to the point where you're saying get his old ass out of here and all this, you got other stuff going on, man. That's beyond just criticism. That is on another level. And comparing Popovich to the Kawhi Leonard situation is just blasphemy. I mean, it's just blasphemy at this point. I think that we're all having, well, not all of us, but a select few of us are having revisionist history as far as what happened. We're having some revisionist history. After Kawhi won the championship with Toronto, which is a lot of stuff that happened in that series, by the way, but I ain't going to say anything. After he won that, now we all have revisionist history, and now it was the Spurs' fault. It was all the Spurs' fault. No, he wanted to go there anyway. He wanted to go to the Lakers anyway. It's just, I don't know, man. It just blows my mind how some people are just so butthurt. You should never, those words, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't care what Pop does at this point. I don't care. At this point, if Popovich, honestly, I know I'm kind of ranting, this isn't even part of the video, but it did bother me. At this point, if Popovich lost the rest of his games as a San Antonio Spurs head coach, you will never, ever hear me utter the words, get Popovich out of here, or Pop should be fired, or Pop is, no, he's done so much for the franchise. The only way that you will hear me calling for Popovich's job is if, yes, he's been winning with us for 20 something years, right? Since 1999. Let's just say 20. Let's say 21, right? He's been winning for 21 years. If Pop starts losing for 21 more years, then I think it's fair for us to say something. I think then it's fair to say, hey, you know what? Pop, maybe you need to retire, buddy. But he gave us 21 years, dude. A lot of people that's on this channel aren't even 21. I'm 25. I just turned 25 a few months ago. I'm 25. So my whole life, basically, watching the San Antonio Spurs has been winning. I'm only used to winning. I'm only used to Popovich. And this dude has done so much for the franchise. He's become the greatest coach ever. And to show you what type of character this guy is that as great of a coach that as he is, And as much that he's done for the franchise, after his 5th championship, he didn't get cocky. Even the night of, the night of, right when we won the championship, do you remember where Popovich was? Seriously, when we won our 5th championship, where was Pop? Right when everyone was celebrating, when the Spurs was celebrating, Popovich did a lot of work. And everyone was celebrating. Everybody was going crazy. They were taking pictures. They were hugging. They were crying. They were giving the trophy. Where was he? Exactly, the bench. He was on the bench. He was letting the players have it. Exactly. He was on the bench. That is a special type of person right there. To sit there after everything that he's done and not take any glory for it. To say, no, it was all the players. So all these people that want to come out here and talk trash about him and say that he don't have connection to players, he don't care about players, the DeMarre Carroll thing, that was a player issue, that was this. No, you know what? Popovich is all about the players. He's very player friendly. So I'm getting tired of people coming out and saying all this stuff and going crazy when it shouldn't get to this point. Yes, we're losing, but deal with it. Just deal with it right now. Yeah, yes, criticize it. Yes, criticize the rotations. Sure. I think that's fair. I think that's fair game. Yes, criticize the team with their effort. Sure, that's fair game. But let's not get to the point where we're just like, it's the end of the world and, now we're bringing back Kawhi. Screw Kawhi. He ain't a Spur. Screw him. So I don't know, man. It just blows my mind. I know only part of this video was the actual rumor, but man, that video, or that not video, that comment, man. And he ain't the only one that feels that way. That's the thing. He's not the only one that feels that way. But I'm telling you, dude, some people have some hidden agendas going on when it comes to their critique and criticism of our coach and our play. It's some other stuff going on sometimes, especially with Pop. It's you disagreeing with him on a different level. So now you're finding the opportunity to finally attack, and you're trying to kick him. You're trying to kick him while he's down. Like, get the hell out of here with that. I felt the same thing with my Cowboys when they did that with Dak. Right when Dak became the quarterback, the main quarterback, he was killing it his rookie year, and people were coming out saying that's not my quarterback, and I was thinking, what does that mean? Because there was some stuff going on with that where I was like, okay, you guys are a little too passionate about not letting Dak play. That's just me. I don't know. People hide behind their true feelings, man. But yeah, anyways, that's basically all I want to talk about. Dude, I talked about the rumor for like 2 minutes. What happened? What is the rumor? Sorry. The rumor is, I heard from CG that the rumor is that the San Antonio Spurs are one of the few teams that could possibly try to trade for Buddy Hield. Apparently, he heard that Buddy Hield is not that happy with what's going on with the Kings. I don't know why, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess they're not a really good team, but yeah, he's not that happy. And a few destinations that he mentioned was the Mavs, Pelicans, Grizzlies, and the San Antonio Spurs. So that's the rumor that's kind of circling around, at least in the underground, from what CG has heard. I think that would be kind of cool if we did go after him. I think it would be kind of cool, but I think that's guaranteed that we have to get rid of LA or DeRozan at that point if we did it, because he has, it's a lot of money on his contract, about 22 per year. So, and I think DeRozan's making 27, and LA's 24, or vice versa. So we'll see. Yeah, I like Buddy, man. I like Buddy, and like I said earlier, he's a foreigner, and we love foreigners. So. Yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I say, let's just play the young guy. I don't even think we should pick anybody up. If they went after Jaren Blossom game, I think that would be cool. But for the most part, I'm like, you know what? Just play the young guys. Just let somebody else feel that Damari Carroll roster, and let it be Keldon Johnson. I think that would be cool. But all right, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming through. I gave you the rumor. I ranted a little bit. I'm calm now, but I will give it to you later. I appreciate everybody coming through. Thanks to everybody who's watched the podcast and been up to date with everything. I really appreciate it. So until next time, deuces.